Hey guys, it's Yo at the Hookin Hut, and today is Thursday, September 1st, 2016. Where have I been? I have not felt good. I haven't felt good all week. I think it's just where the heat has gotten to me, and it is just literally beat the crap out of me. And so I haven't had any energy, anything. I've just really, if I could have spent the week in bed asleep, that's exactly what I would have done. So, but anyway, I'm tired enough I'm using cue cards. So, you see a little paper flopping around, that's because I'm tired. Still, I wish it would end. Anyway, and I also have several distractions. Well, 2 out of 3 distractions. One finally took off and he's in the litter box. That's Rory. If you hear a bang, 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 that's him in the background. Lillie finally took off. She's been crying all day, and now she's back, oh, jolly. And then there's Tuxedo. Well, Lillie just jumped in front of him, but that's Lil. You want to move? No. Well, hiding under Lily's big belly is Tuxedo. So he's the only one behaving tonight so far. But anyways, hopefully they'll still stay hush. We have big news. Over 350 likes on our Facebook fan page. Yes, that was Lillie saying, yay! But oh my gosh, I can't believe it, because really, when we started the fan page, I figured we'd get maybe 5. And that was about it. So to have over 350 is super. Thanks so much, guys. That is so cool, the support and everything. Let's see, what else? Oh, next week is going to be the drawing for the monthly prize. And it is going to be a skein of yarn. And a very pretty skein of yarn. Anyone who's subscribed the last half of the month got to see who the what the yarn was. You don't, haha. You'll find out next week though, but when I put it up and let you see what's coming. And then also, if you know any friends who might be interested, have them, sign up for the newsletter. You can tell I don't send one out constantly, so you're not getting harassed all the time. Though I do want to have a new interactive one going up next week. But anyways, so keep that in mind. Next week's the drawing. And the drawing is only for subscribers of the newsletter. And what I do is I use a random, I think I go to random.org or random.com, something like that. And that's what I use to generate the number for whoever wins the prize for the month. Okay, so what am I doing now? Since I don't want to have to think too much on this one tonight. What I'm doing right now is I am working. Okay, well, originally somebody had asked me if I would make a Claire Wrench shawl, and I was like, sure. So I wanted to see the pattern first, and then after I saw the pattern, I thought about it. Then I worked it out that I would like to make one, but it's also going to cost $110. And that was a bit steep for them, and I don't blame them, but it does take a lot of time to be able to make these things, so there went that. But anyway, so I still like the idea of making it, but as I got into the pattern, I don't know where my head was, but it was like, it says intarsia. I hate intarsia. I love Fair Isle. I love two-hand knitting, but I hate intarsia. So I ended up quitting on the pattern, and I was like, forget it. I'm going to take the same collars, and I'll pull out Marley Bird's garter stitch shawl, which I do love. And so that's what I've been working on. So I'm using the Marley Bird's garter stitch shawl pattern to make this. If I get it right set up, it'll be nice, won't it? So that's it. And this is Red Heart with Love. Oh, Rory, don't do that. It's Red Heart with Love Mallard. Oh, I love the mallard color. And then black and pewter. And the pewter is beautiful. Absolutely love both those colors. So anyways, it is going to be one gorgeous shawl whenever I get it made. And it's going to go up in my Etsy shop. And that will be that for it. I'll be selling it. I don't know what the price is going to be on it yet, but it will be going up for sale in my Etsy shop. The other thing I'm doing is a new hat pattern that I'm working on. Yes, isn't that exciting? This is the hat. I have ripped this thing out, I think it's 3 times now, possibly 4, because I kept making a mistake, or I just didn't like the way that it was going, or hey, you don't have enough counts on there. I don't know if I do now or not. I gotta go back and count those. That doesn't look like 88. Might be 80, not 88, but 80. Anyways, so I'm working on a new pattern. It's my fancy Fair Isle, and it's in Red Heart's Super Saver Burgundy, and I don't know what that is. It's aquamarine or it's turquoise or something, but it's either aquamarine or turquoise. I have to look it up. But anyways, that's what I've got on it, and it's going to be beautiful, and it is the coolest hat I have ever made. Really is. And I've written the pattern up, and what I've done is I've done the pattern on the spreadsheet, and I really, really like creating on the spreadsheets. It's addictive, actually, but it's so nice because when I went to look up oh, of course you'd be on the other side of the room. My hat that the peppermint ice cream hat that I was doing. When I went to refine my notes for it, I have no idea where my notes went. And if I had done it originally up in a spreadsheet format, I would know where the notes are. So, it's so frustrating. But anyway, so I'm going to have to either keep on looking for that pattern, my pattern notes, or just look at the hat and write it all down. But anyway, so doing the designing and using spreadsheets is so much nicer. Plus you can have tabs. Like down at the bottom of this one, I've got pattern. The next tab is charts, and then experiment, because I've got a lot of experimenting going on with charts, and then after that it's notes. But it's so nice to be able to save it one spot. I don't have it saved on my laptop. I got it saved on a microchip or a micro card, and so I feel a little bit safer that way. I need to get it uploaded into Dropbox, but it's just nice to know that where all my notes are, and I don't have to go searching everywhere for them. Plus, another neat part is I found out that I can take it and check things better, because there's a pattern sequence that you have to do in it. So I've taken the pattern sequence and I cut it out, and then I pasted it onto the actual pattern page. And so I was comparing it off to the pattern sequence, and I discovered an error. So that was a great way to self-edit myself on this thing. And so I know from here out, at least until I get to crown shaping, which I haven't written yet, but up until that point, I know everything is 100% bang on, because I have reviewed that and gone over and over. I don't want the checkered hat nightmare, not going through that one again. And I think I could have avoided it if I would have done the same thing I'm doing now. And I think what I'm going to do when I put this hat pattern out is that I'm also going to provide not only the regular pattern the way it should be written up, but I think I'm also going to include the spreadsheet version of it. Not the messy one I've got, not the messy one of my own, but a cleaned up version of the spreadsheet. Because the nice thing too about the spreadsheets is that you can go through and put tick marks, or X's basically, into the boxes, and then even if you have it's especially nice if you have, like what I'm going to do on this one, where you have a pattern sequence that has to be repeated so many times. You can go through and you can see by the chart how many times you've repeated that pattern. And if you have to quit for some odd reason and lay your project aside, whenever you come back to it, you know exactly where you are. You know exactly how many times you've repeated that sequence. You don't have to do any counting, no nothing. So I really like that part of using the spreadsheet. So I think I'm going to start including a spreadsheet version of it every time from now on when I do a written pattern up. So let's see. The other nice thing is part of the idea for this has come from Amito Fear's book, 24/7, and this is the 6 Mega Effective Habits is a free PDF that comes with the book, and in it he's talking about finding faster ways to be able to do things so you can be more efficient, and having like a system to where you can keep repeating it again and again and again. without having to go through so much trouble all the time. And so that's what I'm trying to set up for myself, and writing things out in more full detail and stuff. And if you can, I put it this way, one of the best books you can get to help you with your business, even though you have to tweak things a little bit because it's not written for handcraft businesses, but you can use it for handcraft. You can use it for any business. But one of the best books you can get is Amito Fear's 24/8. I may have said 24/7 earlier. I meant 24/8. But you can, I've got the link down in the show notes so you can go check it out. And yes, if you do buy the book, I do make an eensy-weensy 4% percentage off of it from Amazon. So just letting you know. Anyway, but that's not why I'm promoting it. I'm promoting it is because that book is the reason why I started my Etsy shop. I would not at all have opened up an Etsy shop if I hadn't started reading that book. And the reason I did was the book came about because I had Amito Fear's drawing books, which are fantastic. Even if you don't have kids, buy the books. Drawing books are fantastic. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get all his books and read them for free. Free, so to speak. You pay the monthly fee. But anyway, those of you who have Kindle Unlimited know what I'm talking about. Anyway, when that book was translated from Hebrew to English, I bought it because it was like, oh my gosh, it's got to be great because his other books are. And it was. And it kicked my butt in gear and showed me how lazy I was being, and that I was, just being too afraid of starting up a regular business. I mean, at that point, see, when you go on Etsy, this is all confusing now, isn't it? When you go on Etsy, you'll see that, okay, I've got 25, I think it is. I'm sorry for the camera. I got like 25 or something sales on it. It's not true. I've sold a lot more, a whole lot more than that, offline before I ever opened up my Etsy shop. I was selling on Facebook, and not a Facebook fan page, just my regular Facebook page. And it wasn't on purpose. I just put things up. I was like, here, this is what I'm doing. Isn't this super cool? Yeah, make me one. So, and that's how everything got started. And I didn't want to do an Etsy shop. One, because I didn't want a middleman. You don't charge a whole lot at times on things. And so if you have a middleman, you're losing even more money. And I just didn't like that idea. But long story short, because of that book, I saw my stupidity and I opened an Etsy shop. And I've loved it. I haven't gotten sick of crocheting. I haven't gotten sick of knitting. I'm getting more and more addicted to it. That's probably a downside to it. I know, Rory. Hold on. And that's it. That's all I had down. So thanks for watching and subscribing. And this is Rory, who's also been a real sweetheart today. And he was sleeping with me last night, which is rare. Usually he likes to sleep on the kitchen table by himself. Yeah. So anyway, that's you, Rory. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all your support and for liking the fan page, and those of you who have subscribed to the newsletter. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, you'll also find the link in the show notes. And don't forget to check out Amito Fear's book 24/8, because it really, really will help you get over some hurdles you may have in your business and help you out a lot. And sorry, Lillie distracted me. And really help you get things moving. And that's it for me tonight. Hey, and by the way, if you design anything, share in this show in the comments below whether you prefer to use spreadsheets or you prefer to use graph paper. And when it comes to graph paper, do you care one way or the other whether it's regular graph paper or proportional graph paper? If you don't know what proportional graph paper is, it's special knitting graph paper, and also the same paper that we'd use for crochet and stuff. So anyways, that's it for me and Rory. So good night.